Hi, Patrice. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, man?
Good, thank you. Just what was it like? How strange was it to be in the start of training camp and not have Zdeno Chara there for the first time in 15 seasons?
Yeah, I mean it is different, and it's the unfortunate side of the business, that is not always easy to see guys like that go. And obviously, I've had a tremendous relationship with him, and over, as you said, over 14 years, and I've learned tremendously from him. And yeah, so it's definitely different. And at this point, obviously, it's about making sure we get ready as a team, and from the first practice on, keep getting better and getting our set the tempo, I guess, and the tone for training camp.
And you seem to be pretty much that kind of guy that you're yourself. You've had, it appears that way when you watch you play. Did anything change for you as far as that leadership role? As you step in now, kind of being the guy when it comes to how you'll be a leader and what you'll do.
No, I think it's you just said it. I think you have to be yourself. It's and right now it's really go back to just leading by example, and everyone being themselves. There's a lot of leaders on this team. It's great to see everyone. It's day one. We're trying to get accustomed to some of the new faces coming in and all that stuff. It's just goes back to the same thing, and making sure we feel comfortable as a team and we create something special.
Go next to Kevin Dupont.
I'm hoping this works. We good?
I can hear you, Kevin.
Might not want to, but that's a different story. Okay.
No, that's not true.
Good to see you. Good to see you, Bergie.
Good to see you too.
Just to pick up on the captaincy thing, you've had Z all these years, but you've had other captains either in Boston or juniors, or when you back to a kid. Can you think of guys that you learn things from, and do you think that changes someone?
I definitely think that leadership is something you grow and get better at. I think you no matter what the situation is, you have to remain yourself. And obviously there's been a lot of tremendous influence in my life and my career. And I've had the chance to play with so many great leaders, and not even just with letters on their jerseys, people that I've learned from, and guys that left a mark or an impact. And it's and that's how you grow, I think, as a person, is to learn from those people, try to remain humble, and try to pick up things here and there, and create bonds and relationships with them, and become a better human being.
Thank you.
Of course.
Go next to Steve Conroy.
Hey, Patrice, how you doing?
How you doing, Steve?
Good. You skated with Jack Sadika today. What impresses you about him? And he may have to, take the same route to the NHL that you took starting out on the wing there.
I think he's, I've said that even last year in the bubble. I was really impressed with his development, from training camp last year to training camp in the bubble this past summer. Just the jump that he's made over that time was amazing to see. And then to now, I don't think he's missed a beat, and he looks good. And seems like one of those players that is very smart and positions himself well on the ice. So I don't think moving to the right side is an issue for him. I think he understands the game enough to do that switch.
Thank you.
Go next to Matt Porter.
It's good to chat with you. This is a. Hello, you got me?
I think you're breaking up a little bit, Matt. Sorry.
You got me there?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Good to chat with you.
Good to see you.
It's certainly it's a little bit different for your line with your two wingers out. Sometimes you've been yourself working back from a surgery. Are you all healthy? Did you have a healthy off season? Any procedures, anything like that?
No, I'm feeling good. As I said, after the bubble, during that time, I've dealt over the years with chronic groin issues, and It's been good. This off season, I was able to work out and train and skate as I please. So very happy with that. Feeling good. Yeah.
And Brad told us that he has been feeling about 80% over the last couple of years. Did you see him that way? Did you notice him at 80%, or did he seem like the same old Brad?
I mean, he's so competitive, right? He's one of those guys that doesn't matter if he's feeling 80%. He always brings everything he's got, and it's pretty seamless. So if he was 80%, it's pretty scary actually. Looking forward to what he's gonna do. I think he's a huge part of this team. Obviously I can't say enough about his development over the years and what he's become now, which is one of the best left wingers in the game. So yeah, I mean, it was hard to see him go through so much pain and being able to still deliver and play so well for us during that time. And it was obviously time for him to take care of his body and making sure he was not going through another full season of pain.
Great. Thanks, Bergie.
Thank you.
Next to Fluto Shinzawa.
Patrice, you brought after practice today, you brought Kevin out to the middle for the stretch there, and guys seem very appreciative. I'm sure he was too. Why was that important? And just what you've seen from him over, what is it, 20 months now, just from to get to this point. What does that mean to you to see him out on the ice today?
Oh, it was amazing. We were so happy to see him. Just having him back around the locker room this morning was great. Obviously, see his his attitude. He's so, again, I go back to competitive, but also one of those guys that his work ethic is one of the best I've seen. So I'm not surprised to see him as he looked on the ice today. He looked great, skating well, looked strong, and it was really an amazing thing to see him feeling like that. And obviously, the reason I did that is because he's a big part of this team, and he's always led by example, and he's been around for a while. So it's well deserved. Obviously, we all know, and we've seen what he's behind the scene, what he's been going through over that last 20 months, as you said, and he's been through a lot, and his perseverance and determination during that time has been inspiring.
Go next to Jimmy Murphy.
Hey, Patrice, how are you?
Hey, Murph, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. So thinking back today, I don't know why it popped in my head. I guess it's with the talk of you maybe becoming captain. And so, when you came here with Marty Lapointe and what he meant to you, if you can just think back to those times and what you learned from him and other players at that time when you came into the league.
Yeah, with Marty, I think, well, first of all, it's everything he's done for me, as a young adult coming in, new country, new language and everything, and really taking me under his wing. So I'll never be able to thank him enough. But what I've learned from him is, there's a lot of things I've learned from him. But I think his accountability, I think he was always one of those guys that had that fire, wanted to win at all costs, and was determined to leave an impact, off the ice, especially. He was one of those guys that was always reaching out to, to do charity work and making sure everyone was kind of buying in and taking charge and whatnot. So Marty has had a huge impact on my career. I've said that many times before, and it's definitely no different. And then
separate question, just in terms of leadership, Brad's really come along, obviously, in the last, I don't know, say 5 to 7 years as a pivotal leader on that team. Can you just talk about his role and how that might increase now with Z gone?
Yeah, I think Marshy has taken a step every year, whether it's on the ice or off the ice, and maturing, and he's one of those guys that just wants to get better and wants more responsibilities, and he thrives on that stuff. So it's I think it's been going on for a few years actually. So like I said, doesn't matter if the letter on your jersey. I think we have a lot of leaders in this locker room, and Marshy is definitely one of those guys that is very respected in our locker room.
Thanks, Patrice.
Of course.
We'll take some final questions in French from Chantal Maccabi.
Thank you very much. Allô, Patrice?
Allô, salut Chantal.
Ça va bien?
Oui, ça va bien, merci.
Bon, écoute, Patrice, la planète hockey s'attend à ce que tu sois nommé capitaine des Bruins. Zdeno Chara l'a dit cette semaine que pour lui, il n'y a aucun autre choix possible. Tu es déjà un leader dans cette formation-là depuis des années. Ça changerait quoi pour toi, être nommé capitaine de l'équipe?
Ben, honnêtement, je pense que ça fait plusieurs années maintenant que j'apprends beaucoup de Zdeno. Ça fait plusieurs années aussi qu'ensemble, on travaille conjointement pour justement comme en tant que leader. Donc, on essaie de se rendre compte qu'on n'est pas seul dans une situation comme ça de leadership. Je pense que c'est la meilleure façon de le faire, c'est de le faire collectivement. Donc, pour moi, je pense que c'est ça. Je me soucie pour l'instant de ce que je dois faire, d'amener une bonne attitude au camp d'entraînement, être sûr que les joueurs, les nouvelles personnes, les nouveaux joueurs qui s'amènent se sentent bien, soient bien intégrés. Et puis, pour le reste de l'équipe, c'est la même chose. On n'a pas beaucoup de temps, on sait, c'est un très court camp d'entraînement cette année. Donc, c'est par rapport à juste s'unir en tant qu'équipe puis d'être prêt pour le début de la saison.
Merci, Patrice. Bonne chance.
Merci.